I'm at work, so hopefully I won't get interrupted. Hop is a movie about the Easter Bunny, where the fat presidential-looking Easter Bunny runs a factory where they make all the Easter eggs. It's very like, I guess, like Santa and his elves. It takes a lot of the whimsy out of it, though, somehow. Like, a magical factory is something that can definitely be, like, magical and fun. It did not seem fun in this movie. Anyway, so he runs a factory where they make all the Easter eggs. And in that factory, he's a rabbit, and he's the boss. All of the workers are chicks. Like the yellow chicks you see in some of the pictures when you Google it. Russell Brand, I'll circle back to that. Russell Brand is the teenage son of the guy who runs the factory, of the bunny who runs the factory. His name is EB, which stands for Easter Bunny. So, I just saw someone steal something. Whatever. Oops. His name is EB. And he doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps and become the next Easter Bunny. He wants to be a drummer. And on the other side, we have, here's one of the other strange things about this movie. James Marsden is in it, and in it, he plays a character that lives with his parents, which that by itself is not that strange. He lives with his parents, and his parents are kind of like, when are you gonna get a job, sweetie? And kind of just wears, like, jeans and tennis shoes, and they, okay, I'll put it frankly, they dress him like he's 25. And his storyline is what you would expect from somebody a little younger. At this point, James Marsden, him as an actor, is a father of 3. And he's just playing, it's a very childish role for him. He has not played, he was 20 when he played Cyclops. So, like, pretty young, but he has not played a character who's, like, acted 20 since then, I think. But that's besides the point. So, EB does not want to be a drummer, and James Marsden can't find, like, a position that's, like, good for him. And they end up, like, meeting, and there's, like, antics or something. I don't know what the plot is on their side of things. I remember the plot on the factory side of things, because here's where we circle back to that. The villain of this movie is a chick named Carlos. He has an accent. I don't believe his voice actor is Hispanic, and there is a accent of somebody who is native, who would be Spanish speaking, I believe. And his name's Carlos, and he works in a factory, and he's a villain because he's been working in this factory for, like, I don't know verbatim what it was, but let's say he's working here like 20 years, and he's poured his blood, sweat, and tears into this, and he should get the promotion, and his dumb boss wants to give it to his shithead son instead. And he's the villain. This guy is like, what if we didn't do nepotism? And I got it because I've worked hardest, and he's the bad guy. But not only that, no. It does not end there. Do you know why they tell him he can't get the promotion? He can't be the Easter Bunny. He's not a bunny. He's a chick. Which is also contradictory to how it ends, in which EB and James Marsden end up splitting the role of Easter Bunny. and just doing it as like a part-time job or something for the both of them. So James Marsden gets to be the Easter Bunny, but the guy who's worked at the factory can't be the Easter Bunny. He like dies or something. I don't know what happens. He probably doesn't die, but I'm sure his soul does. My soul did. It's awful. It's truly awful. I would say Van Wilder was worse. Van Wilder and Neon Demon were definitely worse, but they were worse because of also gross out reasons. This was just bad because the storytelling was awful. I also want to clarify, I don't think it was intended to be that way. I think they just weren't paying attention at all. And they weren't like, hey, when you pile on these troubling ideas on top of each other, it creates a more troubling picture. Anyway. James Marsden, though, I really respect that. I've never seen him in anything where I was like, oh, he was phoning it in. I feel like he always gives the movie a chance, which I appreciate.